This is Kathy from Gadgets Top 321, and yesterday I tried 3 new blue inks in my Fully Win 017, and then I went through and picked 3 pens that I wanted to try those inks in. And so today I'm going to test those, see which ones work, which ones I might want to try a new pen in. And then I've got 3 new inks with 3 pens that I'm going to try them in, see which ones I'm going to keep, or see if I need to try something else. All right, the first one I'm going to try is the Califolio Equinox in my Sailor 1911 with a medium nib. Let me scoot these ink samples back. They're casting a shadow. And let's zoom in a little. All right. Now, I have enjoyed using Iroshizuku Tsukiyo in this pen, so let's see how this works. It seems like it would make a nice everyday writer, but I'm not seeing that shading that I noticed in the wider nib that's on the Fully Win. So, and it feels, I've heard someone describe inks as feeling kind of chalky. There's a little bit of drag on it. It's not unpleasant. I like it, but I just think this ink has more potential. It had really nice shading in the pen yesterday, and I've been playing with this, and I think this might look better in my Custom 74. It puts down less ink on the upstrokes. It writes a little drier on the upstrokes, so it may show that shading a little more. So I'm going to give it a try. I like it in here, but I think there are better options. Next is Ackerman Israel's Zablau or Sea Blue in my Pilot Pereira with a stub nib. It's a 1.0 stub. Sometimes it's called a cursive medium. And I was concerned about this Pereira writing too dry and not being able to see the shading. But I think I like that. There's some brightness to the blue, but it's not too bright. It's a nice everyday writer, and it writes very smooth. I'll pull the notebook up here a little bit closer in just a minute, but it looks like you can see the shading. I think that ink is a good match for this Pereira. I like that. And this Ferris wheel press blue cotton candy. And this is my Caveco Perceo. Medium nib. And this is even worse than the Fully Win that I used yesterday with the medium nib. So, yeah. I have an idea of a pen I want to try this in. It's supposed to be blue cotton candy. I'll just call it cotton candy blue. The Jen Hao that writes really wet that I have the Rouge Grenade in right now, it's almost out of ink. I'm going to finish that up today and put that cotton candy blue in it and see what that looks like. So far, the Pilot Pereira, that was a winner. These other two inks, the Equinox and Blue Cotton Candy, I'm going to try in other pens and see if I can get even better results. Okay, I've got 3 new inks today, and oh, these are beautiful. I went ahead and instead of trying these 3 new inks in the Fully Win, I had 3 pens that I really wanted to try them in, so I went ahead and just dipped these 3 pens and tried them out. So I've got Krishna Winter Sheen. I guess I should put that on camera. Krishna Winter Sheen in my Ototashi. And I may have to re-dip these. I dipped them and I've been playing with them. These are 3 pens that I haven't been using much recently, and these inks are so beautiful. I thought this might get me to appreciate these pens more. And I'm not going to put down what size nib this is because I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's a fine, but it's not marked on the nib. Let me see. And this is Krishna Winter Sheen. Starting to run dry. I really needed to re-dip it, but this is what it really looks like. I'm really liking this ink. This is, I know I don't, my camera is probably not showing these colors accurately, but this is just beautiful. I would still like to try it in another nib, but when I actually put an ink cartridge in here, instead of just dipping it, I'm curious to see, how much ink this puts out. The shading is beautiful, and in a minute, I want to show you the little ink splotch that I did on the paper napkin. The second new ink is Rohrer and Klinger Cassia. It's a well-known ink, and I've got it in my Conklin Mini Graph Purple Sands. This Winter Sheen would look good in this pen also. This is an excellent ink for a fine nib. I love how this looks. This is Rohrer and Klinger. Oops. I really enjoy writing with this ink and this pen. Very nice. I like that a lot. This cassia, I think, would look good in any fine nib. And the last ink, this isn't really a purple. It's Robert Oster Summer Storm. But I put it in with the purples. Depending on how heavily you put it down, it can have a little purple tint to it. So this is my Monteverde Paquito. And this ink is not very saturated. It's got a watery look to it as it goes down on the paper. And it reminds me a lot of Diamine Earl Grey, just the way it leaves the nib and goes down on the paper. I'm not super fond of it. This is a medium nib. I'm not super fond of it in this nib. I think in one of my Pilot Fine nibs, it would perform much better. And so this is Robert Oster, Summer Storm. All right, just about out of ink there. Out of these three, the Cassia is a winner in the Conklin Minigraph, and the Winter Sheen, the Winter Sheen is a winner in this Ototashi, but just the color of this ink, I want to see it in a broader nib, I think. Okay, I wanted to show you the little drips I put on my paper napkin. The Winter Sheen, look at that halo that it has. It's a nice pinkish purple with a blue halo. I thought that was cool. Cassia is just solid purple, and that's how it looks. That's why it looks so good in a fine nib. It's just a nice solid color. And this Summer Storm, Robert Oster Summer Storm, I don't know if you can see it here. It's that gray, but it's got a blue halo. And it showed up a little bit better when I was kind of cleaning up, after dipping my pens, kind of cleaning up the bottles. Here's Summer Storm. You can see that blue halo. Now, there's Cassia. It's just solid purple. And here's Winter Sheen, that magenta color with the blue halo. I thought that was cool. And so I'm going to keep Cassia in this pen. I'm going to keep Israel's Zablo in this pen, in the Prera, but I'm going to try something different with the others. Some of them were perfectly suitable, but I think there are better options out there. Let me see if there was... I think that's all I was going to show you for now. All right. And next time I'll have some more new inks, and these four, I will have these four inks, and I'll try them in different pens. So if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.